conducting the major part of business in the last month as well. Very exciting July for Arsenal fans. August is going to be more interesting and more satisfying in terms of exits and couple of departures to be spoken clearly. Not couple. We're going to talk about four departures, out of which two are done, and third one will be happening as soon as we speak. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the incoming, and of course, the work Edu has done in this transfer window is definitely, you got to appreciate the hard work behind it. But the wages have been cleared, and midfield place is really the one that I need Arsenal to vacate, because it has to be acquired by someone that we've been talking about a lot. Not just these days, from a very long time. Yuri Tillemans to Arsenal, well, can happen now because Lucas Torreira has gone, is out of Arsenal. It is sad to see that what could have been, but it isn't anymore. So Giacomo Iacobelli says Torreira very close to joining Galatasaray. Sampdoria matched the fee, but personal terms better in Galatasaray for Lucas Torreira. Decisive hours ahead is what he has said. But not only him, I think even Bernd Leno is having his medical at as we speak with Fulham. Ryan Taylor says that Lucas Torreira is flying to Istanbul to undergo medical with Galatasaray ahead of permanent transfer. Deal worth up to £7.5 million, including add-ons, all agreed with the Turkish side by Arsenal. So it's a done deal. We don't need to talk about it. So Al Final de la Palmera, they have said that Galatasaray has moved really quickly for Torreira. 5.5, I mean, weird amount of numbers coming up. So 5.5 million euros plus 1.5 million euro bonus. He will sign a 3-year deal. We all know that. So Galatasaray will not sign William Carvalho from Betis. So Carvalho stays. And Sampdoria will now sign Gonzalo Villar from Roma. They were looking at Torreira to bring him back, but no, they cannot. So they will go for Pablo Villar, and that is that. Well, not only that, Yagis Sabunchoglu says Galatasaray and Arsenal will have reached an agreement for Lucas Torreira. Galatasaray started contract negotiations with Torreira's representatives. So Torreira's representatives will finalize it. He received an official offer from Galatasaray and Serie A. The agreement between the player and the club is yet to happen, but with the clubs is done. The player asked for time to make his decision. Galatasaray started to wait for Torreira's response. Now, the player needs to make a discussion within his representatives, and I think it will be done. There's not much to talk about it. So, even confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. So, we just wait and tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. Torreira will be leaving Arsenal. And someone apart from Torreira that will be leaving is Bernd Leno. So Fabrizio Romano has said that, being told it's finally Bernd Leno day at Fulham. Medical tests today for the German goalkeeper, who's set to sign the contract right after Arsenal will receive £8 million fee. Deal valid until June 2025 with an option for another season. So all the best for Bernd Leno. He will be a fantastic signing there's no doubt about it. Fantastic signing, a thorough professional for Fulham. They are definitely going to love him. There's no doubt about it. Really great. It's really fantastic to see that. But more importantly, let's talk about another departure that's about to happen. Is Betis have actually convinced Hector Bellerin, Dani Ceballos and Hossein Aouar about the growth the club will have. All three players remain firm in interest and have rejected all other proposals to go to Betis. Deals for the players are expected to accelerate now. That's really cool. But Monza are targeting Pablo Mari and Rovella as new signings. So another player to be leaving Arsenal soon as we speak. So also Austin Trusty, if you remember, Arsenal have sent one of their fullbacks to Birmingham City on loan. Well, he had a game against Luton Town, and really interesting to see that he has great recovery speed and good defensive positioning from the young defender. And it's really good. It's really good. Also, Sky Italy said that Udinese, Monza and Verona are all interested in signing Pablo Mari from Arsenal, which it's really interesting to see that. It really is, to be fair. While Arsenal make a lot of strides in the transfer window, so does Chelsea and so does Manchester United. But Where will Arsenal end up? Only time will tell. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Florian Balogun will be unveiled today as a Stade de Reims striker. No option to buy at all. Well, Reims wanted an option to buy included. Arsenal still expect him to be a quality in that Mikel Arteta side, so they do not. They were specific about not to include that buy option, and Arsenal will have their striker back after the end of the season, which makes a lot of sense. And so, in normal terms, we move from this one, don't we? And even Adrian J. Kajumba has confirmed that Florian Balogun is preparing to complete the move to Reims on loan for one season only. Arsenal see him as a part of the club's long plans, as I already mentioned it. Moving on, so Nuno Tavares had his first interview with Marseille. He says, for a reference, Matteo and Saliba, obviously I saw the success they had here, so I want to follow those steps as much as I can. I spoke with Saliba. He told me about this big club, the Fans Academy. I came here to play more regularly, to gain more experience, to play my game and help Olympique Marseille as much as I can. Champions League football attracts me a lot. I was playing in the best league in the world with good players, but I think Ligue 1 will be good as well. As long as I'm pretty much sure as long as he gets more game time, I'm pretty much sure we get to see the more dribbling aspect, the stronger aspect of Nuno Tavares. I hope he develops that defensive positioning and awareness. He just sleeps during games, which is I don't like. So Kevin Campbell has opened up about what Arsenal should do more in this transfer window. He says, we need another forward. I would sign a versatile forward who can play across the front line. This is where Liverpool and Manchester City have got it right, in my opinion. They have interchangeable pieces up top. Fabrizio Romano has spoken about Cody Gakpo to Arsenal. He says, for Gakpo, nothing imminent yet. He's player Arsenal were following for some time. Fabregas says, I had 2 offers of coaching to join their staff, want to keep playing a little bit, so he's now joined in. He would want to come back to Premier League, which would really be interesting to see that. Moving on, so before talking about Yuri Tielemans, Fabrizio Romano rating the transfer window for Arsenal so far. He says, I believe Arsenal deserve a very high mark, as Edu Gaspar was excellent in negotiations with Jesus and others who will help the team. So that's really interesting. It's very interesting, and I love that from Edu, man. Moving on, so talking about Yuri Tielemans, the best big chance conversion rate in the Premier League last season, which includes a minimum of 5 big chances created or presented. Number 1 on that list is Roberto Firmino or Thomas Souček with 83.3%. Number 2nd on that list is Yuri Tielemans with 80%. My God. Imagine, we've got so many creators in this team. Amar Odegaard, Emil Smith-Rowe, so many creators. And then we bring in Yuri Tielemans. Oh my God, that would be amazing. It would really be amazing. Arsenal would have the midfield to literally pounce it in a lot of competitions than just finishing top 4. That would be really interesting. Well, if Lucas Torreira is leaving, we are really clearing that space in that midfield and that wage bill to include the one, the only Yuri Tielemans to Arsenal, and I'm pretty much sure we are definitely getting him. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.